Alright, as you can see, and as you saw in my other, hang on, is it better? No, it's not, damn it, come on. That's it. Wanted to do this and show off my Ranger keys, but oh well. Hit the wall. Okay, as you can see, we have 4 candy toy Candroids. Taco, Bata, and Terra. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to draw from this little bag my 4 each time before I do a review of each medal. I have Taco, Taka, Bata, and Terra medals in here. So I'm going to draw from the bag and do them in order as I draw them. And what do we get first? Taco! Alright, that's over here. The bag is over here. And Taco is right here. So, this one is Taco, octopus. It looks like a regular soda can, except for all the lines in it. I still have not figured out what these two are for on these purple ones, or blue ones, whatever. But it's a very simple design, much simpler than the other 3 that I have. So, to transform Taco, you open the tab up here and fold it back, and then you just start folding down the sides. Now, for some reason, the blue octopus legs are a little bit more difficult to do, but not all that much. As far as I can tell about these things, they are the exact same as the DX versions, except smaller, and Terra back here doesn't have the keychain hole. And aside from that, the only real difference is they don't have the gimmicks packed into them. I know Taka has something, not sure what it is. I think Bata's eyes light up. Taco spins by doing this, and it has a rotational thing in it, and I don't know what Terra does. But that's for another day if I can ever get enough cash to buy the DX Candroids, and then I'll do a comparison. What you're supposed to do is push this down, I guess, and then it can be like the show when they're converging together, so AJ can use his bike to fly or whatever. All 8 legs move. This tab is usually supposed to be folded away, so these move for some reason. I don't know why. And this moves all around. And this has to be up. When it can go down. Oh, wait. No, guess not. Okay, if this is down like this, so that the whole thing moves when you spin its head, it won't allow the Candroid in can mode to stand right. It'll tilt. So you have to. So when you go to transform it back into a can, you do it like this. You pull it back up. So it looks just like the DX one from the show, as far as I can tell. It's got the yellow eyes, the little ink squirter thing, and whatnot, and the bottom looks plain. That's all it is. So to transfer it back into a can, like I said, you pull this back up, and its octopus head glory, and then all you gotta do is just fold up these things. I advise doing the one with the tab last, but you don't really have to, because all these little ridges up here have to be up, or have to be correct, so it'll stay. And also in can mode, each of the Candroids have the symbol of the animal that they represent. So this one is the octopus. Okay, I thought that was something different on each one. And then it has the name of the animal in Japanese, but with English text right here, and then some Japanese text I can't read. So this is taco, and it's in dual. It's like it's split in half across down the middle, and up on the top it's black text against the color of the Candroid, and then the bottom is like it's like a black box with the other half of the letter cut out. So, and that's taco. Alright, let's return to the bag. And the next one we pull out is Bata. So, Bata, he's a different looking Candroid. He's got like wheel things molded in so they don't move. Candy Toy and Gashapon rarely do that kind of thing. Mostly silver with green on the side to represent the green core metal. So, to transform Bata, which in the show, two Bata Candroids acted like walkie-talkie communicators. Bata means grasshopper, so there's a grasshopper symbol right there. Open up the tab, and he sees you hiding. He sees you from his hiding spot in his can. After that, you just flip the legs back. They're connected. They're the two back legs are connected on one thing, so you know when you move them, they both move at the same time. After you move them back, they'll there's a limiter in there, so it can't go back any further unless you break it, which is very easy to do because this is very thin, cheap plastic. And then you pull out the grasshopper's jumping legs, and then you pull out the back of him. I think that's the thing back here, and then his front legs. Now, I don't know what it is, but I kind of think that the eyes were. I don't know, because personally I think he looks better like this. He looks kind of more like Katakiriba's face, but which makes absolutely no difference, which makes absolutely no sense because this comes from the core metal of the Bata, which is the legs. But when you get him into animal mode, he does look like a pretty good grasshopper, except he doesn't stand right as well as the other ones do. And the tab of the can actually forms the little antennae, and then the legs move back and forth. Now this silver piece up here rotates, but it only rotates this way because there's a limiter. I'm not sure why. I'm sure there's a reason for it. My Transformer mind is telling me that these Candroids can eventually combine into something, but I doubt it. But you never know. When you want to put it back into can mode, you flip this thing back around. By the way, these legs need to be up and the back legs need to be out in order for this to come out, as well as for this, because if you get it all the way back into can mode, except for these two here, you have to take it all the way back to the grasshopper to put them back because they're blocked by the size of the can. So after you get that put back, you put the front thing back in, and then roll it back up. Now this can go 360 degrees because it's all, it's on a it's on a peg and hole system. So that's Bata. Back to the bag. we only have Terra and Taka. Taka is next. Now, the one I bought this from said that it's missing the top tab, but all the pictures I've seen of the DX and Candy Toy Taka cans, at least one of them I've seen, didn't have the tab in the first place, even though there's grooves in there for it. Now this one is different. Well, first of all, there's the Taka Hawk. Taka means hawk, and there's a hawk right there. This one is different than all the other 3 Candroids I have here because it doesn't open up from the top of the can. It opens up from the bottom. That's the back of the can, or the back of the hawk. You pull these down. You pull these 2 sides down. Then you pull this down, the tail, and then you open up the tail, and then the head folds down. This is actually the first one I've seen with spring-loaded anything, because most of these are just stuck together with heat from the factory and friction and tabs and hinges and such. I haven't really seen any screws on any of these things, and most of them can come apart into every different piece without a screw. This is the first one I've seen with a spring-loaded anything in it that I own, and you push these 2 little tabs up here, the wings fold out. Now, the back of the can where the hawk symbol was becomes the tail, and it's a pretty good size hawk. I mean, it's like 6 inches long. I can barely get it in frame here. Of course, my camera's not exactly that good for this kind of thing, but oh well. Movable parts on this one, I forgot to mention. I showed you all the movable parts on the other ones. The wings move up and down. So do these things, and this one can actually go all the way up. All the way up and all the way down. And the head. To turn it back into a can, like that. Actually, I only remember seeing the Taka Candroid once or twice in the show, and that was like to deliver a medal or something. You can put him back like this, but that looks kind of silly, doesn't it? With wings sticking up, and on top of that, that's the bottom of the can, and it kind of looks like a rocket. Ooh. But yeah, that could damage it in the long run. So you have to push it in until you hear the click twice. 1, 2. So that is the Taka Candroid, and I don't even know why I'm bothering going back to the bag, because there's only 1 medal left, and it happens to be my favorite medal and my favorite combo and my favorite Candroid, Terra or Patera. This is the one I really wanted. This is the reason I got the whole set of Candroids. Very nice looking pterodactyl or pteranodon or whatever dinosaur they base this off of. I think it's a pterodactyl, but some people say it's a pteranodon. Open the tab on the can, and then this is actually my favorite Candroid for multiple reasons. Not only is it because it's my favorite of my of the combo medals, but also because how you transform it. It's you'd think it would be just a recolor and slightly remold of Taka, but no. This one does open from the top like the other ones, but you have to push the tail down too, and then listen to this. A ratcheted joint to get it down. Oh yeah, that comes off really easily too. That would be his brain and his head and his eyes. 1 more to get him down, and you'd think that would be it. Nah. It actually turns into good looking pterodactyl wings, and he gets a claw on the edge, on thing, kind of like Terrorsaur from the old Beast Wars cartoon. Go check that out. It's awesome. I know, like I said before, I know all the DX Candroids have gimmicks to them, but I don't know what Terra's was, or Taka's, or Bata's. I know Taco spinned, Torikera shot a metal out of its horn, from its horn, and that actually spun it. Gorilla spun its arms. And I think that's all. I'm actually going through in my head all 24 core medals that are 15 core medals, because 18, whatever. All 18 core medals, because I don't remember which ones became Candroids and which ones didn't. So Taka, Tora, or Taka, Kujaku, the peacock spun its tail feathers. Condor, no. Lion, Tora, Cheetah, I think, or Lion, whichever one combined with the Toride vendor. Tora, duh. I believe that, I don't know, I think that one combined with the DX ride vendor to become the Toride vendor. Kuwagata, Kamakiri, Bata, Sai, Gorilla, Zo, Shachi, Nagitako, Terra, Trikera, Tyranno. No, that's all of them. And I don't know what Terra did. But as you can see, anyway, back to the review. The tab on the can actually became nice looking claws for Patera here. And the wings actually look like pterodactyl wings because of the way it's done, which I think is really good. Oh, there is screws in this one too, so there must be screws in Bata and Taco. Unfortunately, the color doesn't exactly match the metal, which I was kind of hoping it would, but oh well. The head, if I can, moves up and down. Nice ratcheted clanking for it. The tail, it looks like a Beyblade Ripcord. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a Beyblade Ripcord, which maybe that's left over from how it's based on the DX version, so maybe it flaps. I don't know. It may have something to do with the DX version. I don't know. When you want to turn it back into your can, you flip up the tail, which is nicely molded to look like what we assume would be a pterodactyl or pteranodon's tail, judging from the fossils. You pull the head back up, rotate these around, and then fold it back up. No, get in there. There you go. And then these tabs, the tab of the can is actually tabbed in together by this little bit here. Now, here's what I find strange. It's harder to pull it out when the tab is down, but when you pull the tab up, when you open the tab, it comes apart easily, even though there's no difference with the can tab. I don't know. Yeah, that was Patera, Taka, Taco, and Bata. I know I said the Drake Zector would be the next Japanese tokusatsu related toy I would review. But that's one toy I've been waiting for months. So I want to do something very special for it, okay? It's going to be at least a week before I get it out. There's a couple of things I want to do. a few things I want to put together on it, so just be patient, people. In the meantime, here's Big One telling you to hold your horses. Okay? Next time we see each other, which will be never because I'm on the internet and you can't see me and I can't see you, will hopefully be these guys, the rest of Jacka. I just need to find a sound from the Mobilates, Legend, Mobilates, whatever, for the Jacka team. I need, but that's my issue. I'll figure it out myself. Once again, if you guys can help me find a Season 1 Digivice for $50 or less, I would really appreciate it. So, this is Dark Silver Hedgehog, or if you follow me on Twitter, Kamen Ranger, signing out. Later.